Mel Taylor, and a look at your rock news this week. First of all, Green Day and Neil Young. They are the first confirmed headliners for this year's Voodoo Music Festival, which is happening, of course, in New Orleans in October on the 26th through the 28th. Here in the next month or so, they will announce some more bands, but Green Day, that's going to kind of coincide with the release of the group's September and November albums. They've got two. Then in January, they'll have a third. The long-awaited new Garbage album, so very good. I've been rocking it out continuously. Not Your Kind of People is the name of it. You can get it in standard and deluxe editions via iTunes. And it's their first record in 7 years. Band's also going to be back in the States for a series of sold-out shows, which is awesome. Also, if you happen to have missed them on Jimmy Fallon, make sure that you check it out. You can probably go to Garbage's website, or these days just Google it, YouTube it, you'll find it real quick. Now, Black Sabbath fans, the news you hoped you wouldn't hear, but secretly kind of feared that you would, arrived in the form of a very long letter on Facebook. Now, the OG drummer, Bill Ward, he confirmed he will not be behind the drum kit for any of the band's 3 confirmed shows. He really kind of said, you know what, I don't blame any of you guys in the band. It's got management issues, and he kind of feels sad about it, but it's just not going to happen. They rocked out one show, obviously, without him for their hometown, and then they've got the Download Festival in June. Then they're also going to be Lollapalooza in Chicago in August. That show, I have a really good feeling, will most definitely sell out, and they will be adding more artists to that lineup as well. Now, Nikki Sixx and his other band, 6am, they are doing some work and trying to raise some money for charity. It's called City of Hope, and City of Hope basically is allotment. A lot of money comes in and tries to find cures for cancer, diabetes, and AIDS. If you go to iHeartRadio.com/hope, you can read more on City of Hope. But if you go to their website and you download their new video, all the money, you guys should make a donation, whatever that you would like. That money then will all go to City of Hope. There's some scrambling going on right now in Velvet Revolver. I'm not sure what's going on, but I guess Scott Weiland, who of course used to be in the band, and he's obviously lead frontman of Stone Temple Pilots, recently did an interview, and he's like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm in the studio with Duff, and we're working on some new music, and I'm back in the bands, and we're going to be doing shows at the end of the year with Velvet Revolver." However, Slash did an interview, and Slash is like, I don't know what he's talking about. So we're not going backwards. We will be moving forward. So I don't know if it's Scott Weiland's lying, if Slash just didn't want to let the cat out of the bag. I guess we'll find out next week's music news exactly what is going on with Velvet Revolver, if they do have a new singer, or if they have Scott Weiland, or if they don't have a singer at all. There you go. All right, rumors are going around that the Rolling Stones would get back together, rock out on Saturday Night Live's season finale, because Mick Jagger is going to be on the show. Well, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. Rolling Stones, not so much. So they might get back together next year and rock out an anniversary tour. But for the most part, I guess Jagger had already kind of committed to it. Also, if you happen to have missed it, Foo Fighters and Arcade Fire also guest on the show. And that's another one, too. Man, you go to NBC, you can probably find it, watch it. Easy enough. Now, following 4 years now of being off the rock and roll grid, The Offspring have got a new CD coming out on June the 26th. It's called Days Go By, and days do go by, most definitely. It is their 9th album, and frontman Dexter told Rolling Stones that it's different than anything they've ever done. It's going to have a little bit of different styles in there, a wide range of things, and including some vintage Offspring punk. Now, their new song sounds very traditional, very much so, a little bit like the Foo Fighters, but nonetheless, looking forward to that on June 26th. That's actually the same date that Linkin Park's new CD will also be out in stores. Now, the historical pattern, of the death of a prominent musician always spurs some movement in the Billboard charts, and it looks like with the passing, unfortunately, of MCA from the Beastie Boys. So I'm so very sad about that. I've listened to a lot of the Beastie Boys over the last 2.5 weeks, but it looks like License to Ill is in the top 20, landing at number 18, and it sold about 19,000 copies this last week. Classic album became the very first hip-hop record to top the Billboard 200 charts in, all right, I'm going to make you feel old for here a second, March 7th, 1987, if you can believe that. Stayed on top for 7 straight weeks. Much love to MCA, the Beastie Boys, and all the family members. I'm sure very soon we'll see some type of tribute or something for him. It's still just, I think, a little bit too early. Check out some more music news. You can always go to iHeartRadio.com, keyword Mel. You can also hit me up at Mel Taylor at iHeartRadio.com. And that's a look at your rock news this week.